So if you had to end this discussion, and first of all, I mean, last of all, now that we're at the end of the discussion, I really want to thank you for giving all of us this opportunity to be here.
Thanks for coming.
It came out of nowhere. At least for you, you have, you are helping build the Bhaktivedanta University. So I'm sure you'll come here a lot more. For me, it literally came out of nowhere, and I'm so thankful to you.
I'm so grateful you all could come and experience this, and we need 100 more like this.
Yeah, we do.
I'll be one brick in this university, but you need thousands more.
So I must tell you that my son is 8 years old and he does a lot of Vedic maths.
Wonderful.
And it's strange, Manish, he is inclined to learn Vedic maths more than the maths they teach him in school. So I really want this whole Vedic wisdom to be taken forward just for my selfish needs. Like for my
you're given a 10-year deadline to get to world class.
To get to world class.
Physically, you'll be ready in 2 or 3 years, but to get to world class, yes, you need time.
So tell me, if you had to end, what are the 4 or 5 big learnings from Vedic wisdom that one can take away?
Oh, I should be careful I don't miss out, okay? So I wrote it down because it's a question of reflection that what were our great scriptures? Like I said earlier, they were not religious prescriptive books ki yahan jaake aise puja karo, wo karo. They were books of knowledge. And you start at the core of it, that the first thing they taught us was self-knowledge, self-awareness, right? Which you'll not find in any other civilization, I think, in the world. You certainly won't find it in the West. No one looks inward. Everyone's like, ye kharab hai, ye kharab hai. Fix yourself, be aware of what your strengths are and what your purpose and why are you here. That is number one, most important. Second, we were taught from a young age to live in harmony with nature. What we call our 5 Mahabhutas, fire, space, wind, water, all of that, Now, today it's become a fashion to say be environmentally conscious. But this civilization was always environmentally conscious. Live in harmony with nature and life will take care of itself. So 2. 3, we learned from this very nature and this inward and external combination that health and longevity is one thing. Mental wellness, longevity, health is Ayurveda. Nothing else but that. Even yoga, which the West has made a physical exercise, was of coming in balance. So that's a very, very core learning coming from our, Vedic wisdom. 4th, they taught us really the essence of what I call righteous, dharmic living. Right? When I told you of the principles of even dharma, artha, kam and moksha, the essence of it starts with dharma. That do what is right. Live a righteous life. It's not taught to people elsewhere in the world. The average Indian is a helpful guy. You'll meet someone, he's cheerful, he'll help. Oh, जैसे घर में कोई guest आएगा, we just civilization memory ki treat the guest like a god.
Correct.
Yes, that is dharmic living. Then it's not that you're only inward looking. There was a lot of scientific curiosity. If this is the civilization which gave the world mathematics, astronomy, even astrology, which people look down on, but which is actually a great science, which I've also learned and experienced. Something to be said for the mathematic wisdom and the equation of the cosmic world, or what's going on. Particle science, biotechnology, the knowledge we have about herbs, biotech, and so on. So that's your 5th. 6th, they teach you that all this is no good unless you put it into action. So what the whole Bhagavad Gita in theory is about yoga in action. And now whether you want to do it through being a karma yogi by doing your duty, you want to do it through just the path of faith and bhakti, that's also fine. You want to do it through meditation, that's also fine. You want to do it through Gyan Yoga, that's also fine. So again, it's giving you various ways to do, and it's not prescriptive, which is telling you keep your mind always intellectually available, curious, and be a learning, optimistic person looking inward and outward at the same time. And lastly, didn't we always talk of unity in diversity as a civilization? And that's really what this country was. I mean, the Jewish were there, the Parsis were there, like the Ethiopians were here. So if, thousands of years ago, like I said, you were the United States of the world. And that is really what is, being revived. So there's so much innate wisdom, which when I was a student, I started reading and I realized like, gosh, I'm missing all this. Only reading Aldous Huxley and Lord Tennyson and so on and so forth. There's so much over here. And just the sheer beauty in our poetry. I sing, and I sing in Hindi.
I know.
But I'm not going to sing now. But the expressiveness you get in our language can never be replicated because Western music is primarily based on beats. And it's rhythmic and it's for dance. And ours is about melody. And when you'll hear the sur, you'll be swaying. Maybe there's beauty in both. And I enjoy both, but there's just so much richness in our culture. So I've come to that stage in life where I'm enjoying it more by going
inward.
Back inside.
Inward. So we're just going to end, since the name of our show is The Money Mindset. I always ask this question, everyone who's built a lot of wealth for themselves, has their relationship with money, power, fame changed over the years? Because when you go from nothing to having a lot, I'm sure it affects everything, whether it's your own, mental state or your relationship with people. So how has it changed for you?
Yes, when you're young, you want to get money, power, fame. As you cross, like I said, each thing, you cross it and you say, this is not the final happiness. So I've had my share when, for whatever it's worth, if you're running a large company, you experience power and you can hold someone's promotion or you can sack someone. It's a feeling of power. But if you carry it lightly and you do what's good, then that power actually again becomes like a service. So as a manager, I was more a coach than a boss. And a lot of my, former colleagues, I hope, will vouch for it. And they all do well, you feel happy. So if power becomes a form of service, that's the nature, how it changed. Then it comes to fame. I don't know in context of fame where we all land compared to, all the superstars in the world, all the great politicians of the world. But if you can again use your fame to share what you know or what you have, again, it becomes an enabler for you, which in the beginning, even I wanted to be recognized. I should go in a room and they should know who I am. Then you realize, so stupid. There's always someone more famous than me and there'll be no end to it.
Yeah.
Today, you're obviously a lot more famous than me. So how does it make
I'm
you
here
feel?
Because of
No,
you.
not at all. So that's about that. And the third thing about money was earlier about just your needs, then your comforts, then your luxuries. And then it becomes like, what more can I do with this? Because there's no way I can consume it. If I just take it away and I don't transmit to the next generation with, like I said, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga, all going, just merely transmitting the money is of no consequence. So I'm hoping through Naika interview today, we are able to share knowledge, emotion, and Lakshmi.
And purpose.
Which will give you your purpose. Your purpose will keep evolving. Your purpose has to get, eventually if you want to become one with the world, you have to immerse into the world. So there's no single unit. Everyone is the same. We'll all dissolve into that.
We're all part of the divine.
We'll all submerge. I mean, like you said, in Florence, who remembers those chaps?
Yeah.
You want to be unknown.
That's the only way to humble yourself, is to realize that.
How many people thought they're writing legacies, leaving legacy? Who cares about anyone? Do you have time to think about anyone's legacy even for 10 minutes? What happened 2 weeks ago, we don't remember.
Sometimes we don't remember our own grandparents or great-grandparents.
So it's just in our mind.
But on that note, thank you so much, Manish. It was an absolute pleasure. I really enjoyed this conversation. I'm going to have another conversation with you on another day, only on spirituality, because that's how evolved you are. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming again. All the